My time on the planet this past while has been about me showing up. Now, I asked you to show up. I asked you to show up all the time. Show up for yourself, commit and dedicate and blah, blah, blah. But obviously you can't see my life. You've not got a bird's eye view of my life to see how much I'm actually showing up. And I have to say, without me showing up as what I'm doing, who I'm being, then I can never connect with you. I can never help improve anybody's lives as a partnership with obviously the person and me pulling together. I couldn't do it. My question to you before we even start this live is, are you showing up for you? I don't just mean to get on, just to coast or to just sail through life. I'm actually asking you, are you showing up and are you putting yourself out enough to advance your position? Now, a while ago I got an American business mentor, and her forte was, helping you get your message through the camera lens. I happen to think I do that quite well, but it's taken now years of practice of being on Feel Look Be most days, putting myself out there. Imagine having to go on camera, on video, every day practically, no matter what you're going through yourself, how you feel. You might have been through a bereavement, a relationship breakup, any sort of injuries or surgeries or anything like that, or combination of things. You've got stuff going on with your kids, but yet you're still having to show up. The first thing that I want to say is that what I've just said to you is what I do every single day. And you might not think, oh, you're not live on a Saturday, Sunday. You see, I'm going live all the time and I'm sharing videos and stuff. It's constant. It is a constant. Now, that's not maybe your life, but what I'm going to say and suggest to you is, early stages of this business, if I wasn't going to show up and put myself out there and being comfortable, then I never would have achieved half of what I've achieved so far, either on this program or out with it. Putting myself out there, networking with people, contacting the necessary people that I need to speak to, liaise with, work with, whatever it is. Actually put yourself out there. And I don't know, and I've sat back and thought about this, I don't know if you're putting yourself out enough to advance your position. Let's take Feel Look Be, for example, just as one example. Are you putting yourself out enough to do all of the things, all of the different components? Are you putting yourself out, or are you taking the easy way out? Are you being lazy? Are you skipping the movement sessions? Are you skipping the 10,000 steps? Are you skipping the meal prep? Because there's various things in Feel Look Be that you're not doing because you've not got time. You can't be bothered. You don't really like that aspect. You've not got time to sit and watch a half an hour live. It's crazy because that's all where the vital pieces of information are. But that's just Feel Look Be. Imagine in your life if you're going into your job and just coasting. You're not particularly happy, but you're not challenging yourself. You're not thinking about other things in terms of advancing yourself. You're not thinking about education or furthering it, or growth or expansion or seeking new knowledge, because that takes effort. That's hard work, that. Nah, so I'll just be unhappy then. And you go, yeah, well, I'm okay. So I want to ask you in this very short live tonight, it's quite a profound, deep question. Are you challenging yourself enough? If you're not, you're probably going to be more overweight than you need to be. You're probably going to be more unhappy than you need to be. You're probably not going to enjoy your job like you could or should. You're probably not going to see all of the things that the world has for you to see like you could. You're going to continue to fall short. And there's going to come a time when you have that conversation with yourself, that deep and meaningful of, am I happy here? Do I feel fulfilled? Do I feel satisfied with my own effort? When I look in the mirror, am I happy with what I see? In here, am I content in here? And it's only questions that you can answer. Nobody else will know. But I think a lot of the time you sell yourself short because you don't show up for yourself, so you don't get that satisfaction. And it's just like, it's like that feedback loop that I talk about so much. It's constant internal feedback. And if you don't get it back again, then you don't feel self-assured enough to put yourself out there. Why would you? Putting yourself out there is scary. You're maybe fearful. You may be shitting yourself. You maybe think, couldn't I do that? But see when you do, or you go smaller, you don't go big, or you might, but you go smaller and you start laying the foundations, and all of a sudden you start going up in the levels. But there has to be a starting point. And that starting point for me is drawing attention to the fact that you are playing small. Why would you do that? You're here to be everything. You're here to feel it all. The good stuff. But you can't when you play small and you keep yourself squashed and flat and tiny. You can't. You have to learn, you have to grow, you have to go for it, you have to push through things that you're just not comfy with, but you know it's for the greater good. And if you're not doing enough, it's about time you started. Am I doing enough? Fuck yes. I am. How do I even say this to you? It's all going up like that, and I always say plates, but it's all going, it's like fireworks. Fireworks everywhere, but it's because I'm making it happen. And you can too, but you have to be bothered enough. You have to care enough. You have to want it bad enough. And when you draw attention to the fact that, yeah, she's right, I'm playing small, nothing will change. You'll continue to play small. So, I'm throwing the gauntlet down right now, the virtual gauntlet. I want you to start playing big. Knock it out the park. Wipe the floor with it. Push. Do the uncomfortable. Be the person who asks the questions. Show up when you think that, oh, I can't. Do it. Put yourself out there and do it. Advance yourself. Take yourself to a new level. Now is the time. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, not next year. Tonight, right now, you're going to make a plan. And you're going to think, right, that's been bothering me for ages. I want to get there, but I'm too scared. I'm comfy here. However, I heard Shelley with tonight and she was talking directly to me. And you were right. I am talking directly to you. I know you're coasting. And it's time to stop. Let's start reaching for the stars because they're there. You have to reach for them. But before that, you have to know that they're there. I'm telling you they're there. I'm telling you they're there. They're within your reach. Stop playing small. Go all in. Be that person. You could do it. You've got me behind you. You've got all these incredible women behind you. Knock it out the park. Let's go. That was your mindset session.